Hello, this is John Kibballs, here to discuss current events and other topics of interest while trying to put them in a broader context, as I attempt to explore the universe of human ethics. Today, I want to talk about the construction of models of the world, with a focus on models of human social relations. It has become popular in the last few years to refer to different ways of looking at the world as different narratives, which means different stories about how the world is and how it came to be. For me, it seems more useful to focus on the underlying model of the world, the complete description of the world that a narrative would be based on. Now, there are an infinite number of ways to model the world, and an infinite subset of those models are consistent with all the available data. That is, from any one individual's perspective or from a group perspective with agreed on, shared data. It is impossible to determine what is the best possible model in terms of what is the most accurate model, because of the unbounded complexity of the world, though clearly models that make better predictions about future outcomes appear more useful. We do not have complete understanding of all physical processes, some of which may even be unknowable, and we do not have absolutely precise knowledge, and never can, of the current state of the world, so we can only create a range of possible outcomes. Possibly even using statistics to create probability distributions and confidence intervals, with those outcomes likely diverging over time, giving us an ever-broadening range of possibilities regarding how the world may evolve in the future. Nevertheless, net positive feedback, positive minus negative feedback for the population, may be improved by improving the utility of models, including the success rate of predictions of models used. Another source of utility is in creating models that organize the world in ways that tend to improve net positive feedback by harmonizing the goals and activities of humans operating under the models. As an aside, I will add that I focus on net positive feedback rather than the overused though poorly understood term happiness when referring to the ultimate goal of the model or models chosen. That is because I believe that happiness is best described as that part of experience where there is currently some level of positive feedback causing some high level of activity of certain neural circuits, but it cannot last indefinitely at a high level as the circuits become acclimated to the feedback, and there must be a change in order to maintain the level of energy or activity. It is more something to be optimized as part of a cycle rather than something that can be maintained as a continuous state. All of this brings me to my topic of conversation for today, that of choosing a model for human relations in a society. First, note that models of human relations in human society may impact those very relations, creating internal feedback loops. And so these models may have utility in promoting certain viewpoints of society and in organizing the society in ways that increase the net positive feedback, including creating a higher quality of life and improving the long-term general welfare. One potential model that I believe offers a significant improvement in social harmony, and so in net positive feedback generally, is one based on the assumption that organizing human activity around the goal of long-term human survival is consistent with organizing human activity around the goal of improving the general welfare for the current population, including human mental and physical health and feelings of well-being. Though for the model to be very effective, it would also have to harmonize with what is known about human behavioral propensities, including the potential for individuals to develop strong emotional bonds and motivation consistent with the general welfare, not just with social harmony, but also with what we need to survive and prosper. Recognizing that humans evolved in small groups with a simple level of technology, so that it may be difficult and painful, but necessary, to use knowledge of their propensities to mold them into creatures that can live in harmony in large groups and add value in a technologically advanced economy. We have choices over the models we use. If we are to survive the challenges we will inevitably face from technological changes in the coming years, most notably from artificial intelligence, we're going to need models that bring us together and keep us on the same page. Otherwise, we will likely become divided and lost as we are subjected to innumerable unforeseen and incalculable forces of an unfolding universe unbounded in complexity.